We hear so much about AI chatbots and tools that make us more productive. But what if AI could do more than just help out? What if it could actually decide? Today, we're diving into a really powerful idea called autonomous optimization, and we're going to look at how a company called OptiU is making it a reality. Okay, let's just start with the most important question for any leader out there investing in tech. Can you honestly point to a direct, measurable improvement in your company's profits because of your AI pilots? For a lot of folks, the answer is a pretty frustrating, not really. So here's how we're going to break this down. We'll kick things off with what's called the AI hype gap. Then we'll introduce the AI that decides. After that, we'll walk through a four-step plan, check out the real-world impact on ROI, and finally explore what gives this whole approach its autonomous edge. All right, first up, let's get right into the core problem. There's this huge disconnect between what AI promises and what it's actually delivering for businesses. And that's what we call the AI hype gap. I mean, think about it. Companies are pouring millions, sometimes tens of millions, into AI, and they're expecting some kind of revolution. But what they're often getting is just a trickle. These small, surface-level improvements that don't really move the financial needle at all. So why is this happening? Well, it usually comes down to four big failures of what you could call insight AI. First, it's totally disconnected from the profit and loss statement. Sure, productivity gains are nice, but they don't always translate to actual profit. Second, it's pretty much just limited to helping with tasks, not optimizing the outcome of those tasks. Third, and this one is huge, it gives you insights, but it stops right there. It doesn't actually make a decision you can execute. And last, these pilot programs end up stuck in one department, never scaling up to create real value across the whole company. But what if we could flip the script? What if AI could do more than just show you some interesting charts? What if it could actually make the best decision for you automatically? Well, that brings us to the solution, autonomous optimization. So what exactly is an autonomous optimization model, or AOM? The best way to think about it is like a self-learning brain for your business. It doesn't just look at data. It uses that data to make decisions. Then it executes them, and it learns from the results, getting smarter and smarter over time. It closes that critical loop between data, decision, and execution. And this right here really lays out the massive difference. Your standard Gen AI or dashboard, that's insight-driven. A human still has to figure out what to do. AOMs, though, are decision-driven. Dashboards need you to manually refresh them. AOMs are always learning all the time. But here's the most important part, the outcome. One is built to boost productivity. The other is designed from the ground up to boost profitability and your return on investment. It's a whole different ballgame. Now, I know this might sound super complex, but there's actually a very clear path to getting this up and running. So let's walk through a quick four-step process for getting started with this kind of decision-making AI. The whole process is designed to be super practical and, honestly, really fast. It all starts with a quick diagnostic to find your biggest opportunities for improvement. From there, you jump into quick start trials to prove the value almost right away. Step 3 is a collaborative sprint where you design custom models for your company's unique challenges. And finally, it all gets tied together in a clear roadmap that is directly linked to your financial goals. And the best part? This approach actually delivers. So let's look at the real, validated results that directly solve that initial problem of, just getting those shallow outcomes. First off, on the operations side, companies are seeing a solid 10 to 15% increase in throughput. What does that mean? It means you're getting more stuff done, more product out the door, more services delivered with the exact same resources you already have. That's an immediate boost to efficiency, right where it counts. Okay, so you're more efficient, but does that actually make you more money? Yes. The data shows a direct impact of a 10% increase in margin. See, this isn't just some tool that feels useful. This is AI that demonstrably pays for itself by making your business more profitable. And then there's speed. This one's a big deal. A massive 40% reduction in what's called decision latency, basically the time it takes to make a choice. In a market that moves as fast as ours does, where opportunities can just vanish, being able to react instantly isn't just nice to have. It's a necessity. This quote just nails it. It really captures the whole idea. The future is about AI that understands your business's real-world limits, that can explain why it's making a choice, and that is completely focused on moving that financial needle. So as we start to wrap up, let's pull it all together. What is it that gives this autonomous model its edge? Why does this approach work when so many other AI projects just haven't delivered? It really boils down to 5 core ideas.
An ROI-first mindset from the very beginning. Optimization that you can actually understand. It's not a black box. It integrates seamlessly with the tools your team already uses, from a simple Excel file to your big ERP system. You get value incredibly fast, with proofs of concept up and running in less than a week. And finally, it's a collaborative process, making sure the people who actually have to use the system are involved in building it.
And look, even the pricing is designed to be totally straightforward. It's transparent, it's scalable, and there are clear options whether you're just looking to start a small pilot, scale it up across a few divisions, or go for a full-on enterprise transformation. So I want to leave you with this one final question to think about. What would it mean for your company, for your team, if your most critical, most complex, and most impactful decisions weren't just being assisted by AI, but were being continuously and autonomously optimized for the absolute best possible outcome? Just think about that.